Hey, it's another video that no one asked for, and it's completely irrelevant and not topical anymore. Blame, or should I say blam?
Excuse me, it's pronounced blam after the sound of the gun.
No one gives a shit. Shut up. But the movie came out, and I make movie reviews right now. That's right. I made a video talking about my favorite manga, blam, fuck. So I'm gonna try and not repeat too much of what I said, but basically, there's another anime movie adaptation out on Netflix. Thank you, Netflix. For nothing. Thank you, Netflix, for making me embarrassed for liking my favorite piece of art. And also, thank you, Netflix, for making what was already a mess of adaptations into an even further. So we have Blam, the original. Then we have Blam and so on, which is like, well, I guess we explained a little bit more. We didn't tell you that much, did we? And then we have Blam, the anime, which people really view as something in high regards. Just as this review. I have never rated anything 1 out of 10 until I encountered Great! Do you see what I'm going here? It's already so confusing what Blam is, because there's already these different adaptations everywhere that are so goddamn bad, when the original one is a masterpiece. We have Blam, the prologue. What in the fuck is... I never even heard of this. And then we have Blam, the special. What? And that's pretty much it. Just kidding! There's also the prequel, which is actually pretty good. The prequel is alright. And now, thank you, we have Blam, the shitty movie. Just kidding. We also have Blam, Denki Ryoshi Kikin Kaisho Dashutsu Sakusen, which is a remake. And apparently the movie is made as an adaptation of the remake. What in the what? Why? Ah! Oh, and also, did I mention they all share the same universe as other animes, like Knights of Sidonia? No, this is not confusing at all. It's even confusing why this movie exists to begin with, because Blam is not very popular. It was written in 1994. It's the kind of thing where either you love it or you hate it. And those kind of things doesn't really translate well into other adaptations. At least, it doesn't have a good track record of it. The reason why it's a movie is because Netflix owned the original series of Knights of Sidonia, which was made by the same creator as Blam. Knights of Sidonia, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's basically, I don't want to be too harsh, but it's basically the Salat version of Blam. It's not a bad anime by any means, but if you compare the two of them, it's goddamn awful. If I compare them, I would say integrity and no integrity. It's like, how can we make something really, really popular? Okay, well, let's have, what's popular? Oh yeah, mecha. Okay, what else do people like? They like to see sexy underwear and boobies. Okay, that's that, and okay, fuck. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, the story of Blam, the simple synopsis. Took me so goddamn long to figure out. It was, you're thrown into this universe in the manga, and you have to figure out yourself what is going on, what the heck is happening, and understanding. But the movie starts, and it just tells you.
Nobody really knows. When the world became this way, the contagion suddenly started, and humans lost the power to connect with the city. The city continued to expand on its own, and humans were seen as illegal residents and exterminated.
It's like if you worked your whole day to get an ice cream, and then all of a sudden everyone just gets ice creams for free. That's how I would. It's a terrible way to compare it. Obviously they have to explain what is happening. It's a 1 hour 46-minute movie, but I don't know, just watching it, The main plot of Blame is that the guy needs to find net terminal genes so he can connect to the net sphere, which will shut down all the robots that has been ruining the planet for years and just kept building and building and building and fighting against them. The net sphere is sort of like a reincarnation of the internet in a futuristic way. The main reason I find Blam to be such a masterpiece is because it doesn't try and tell you a story. It puts you in the universe, and you're left to figure it out yourself. Now, admittedly, the writer, Tsumo Nihei, isn't a good storyteller, and he's basically just avoiding explaining anything. There's very little logic behind anything. And it sort of makes it open for interpretation. You see this in a lot of movies and stories where it's so vague that you have to fill it in yourself, and it almost makes it like, I feel like it's a basic human instinct that if we're not told everything of something, we want to fill that ourselves. We fill it with what we think makes sense, and therefore we value it higher than what it is. Which might make you question, was it even that great to begin with then? But let's not talk about that. Now, Blam takes place in such a long time that time becomes irrelevant. If you look at the whole universe, okay, let's say this is the time of the universe, and this is the time we've existed as human beings, okay? What if we stretch out that time super duper long, huh? Then you can tell a story during a small period and then jump ahead, and it wouldn't really make that much of a difference as opposed to if you have it this much and then like we are now. Does this make any sense? Oh my god. I'm no Neil deGrasse Tyson, okay? But I'm trying. So if you have like a really small time and then you jump a lot, you will be like, whoa, what happened here? But since we have such a long amount of time passing, we can jump. It makes time irrelevant. And there's such a long time going through the anime, and there's so many different events and different interesting things that you could make the movie out of. What did they pick the movie to make about? This goddamn fisherman village. Why the heck would you make it about these fishermen? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's the most uninteresting piece of the whole universe. I don't care about these people. Who the heck are they? I don't even know. What about making it when he meets Domochevsky? What about when Davine try to enter the net sphere? Anything would be goddamn more important than the stupid fisherman. Now, a lot of people criticize this type of movie because of the CGI. It's made by Polygon Pictures. And I really like this type of style. I think it looks great in Knights of Sidonia. It just doesn't fit Blam because Blam is so grungy and the style is so heavy, but here it's just sort of way too plain. I really think I would have preferred to see this in a traditional drawn anime style, even though typically I'm not opposed to CGI in anime, which probably most people don't agree with. Look how neat and polished it looks compared to like the manga. It just falls so flat. A classic reoccurring theme that I find with a lot of remakes and readaptation is that they don't seem to understand what made it good. There's this bit where she takes off her helmet for Killy, the main character, and oh, there you go, cute little blushy cheeks. Oh, look at that, little tears in her eyes, so dramatic. Oh, she's blushing for Killy. Oh, that's so cute. No, it's fucking not. It's not cute. Blam has absolutely no romance in it, and it's an adult manga that doesn't go overboard with the gore, and there's no sexual tension or references or there's no, as much as a lot of anime tits, there's none of it in Blam. But then you go and have like some romance aspects of this, and it's just kind of like, why would you, why? Just rechange this video to angry Swede rants about anime. It's so stupid. I don't know why I even care, but it's like, if you're gonna make a remake, at least respect and understand what made the original good. Okay, major spoiler coming up. Just look away. The way they introduced her is here. They show her right away. The introduction of Kibo is one of my favorite parts, or favorite introduction of any character in any anime, in any manga. Here they introduce her, they show her right away. Nanda? Oh, look, I'm Kibo. Oh, great. Now we know. This is how Kibo is introduced in the manga. Okay, she's this disgusting thing that he found in the sewer. And she's, and you don't even know the gender, but basically she's like, oh, I've been here for a long time. I need your help. I promise I'm a big deal, okay? I've been here for thousands of years. Yeah, I can help you out if you help me out, okay? I promise I'm a big deal. I'm a scientist, okay? I'm a scholar. In the most perfect moment, Kibo appears And bam, she's a strong, independent woman, okay? She's got her own body back again, and look at that, super cool. And you're like, whoa, she's actually not a disgusting homeless person, and it's dope. It's dope to find that out, but here they're like, oh, I'm Kibo. Oh, great! Now from this point onward, I'm pretty lost in the movie. They basically reduced the story from we need to save humanity to these people need some food because they are hungry. It's about to break down. The gravitational beam emitter. And you're like, hell yeah. The most powerful weapon in the universe. It's basically the gun version of the One Punch Man. This thing will blow through anything. That's the point of the gun. It's a huge part of the story. It's almost like a character on its own. The blame is not blame without the gun. It's even in the name, you know? This thing will blast through anything. That's why it's so cool. Oh, I can't wait for him to finally shoot that bitch. Oh, never mind. She can just block it. What do you mean she can block it? You ruined it. You ruined it for me. I don't get it. The thing about the gun is that it can blow through anything. That's how he gets past certain levels in the manga. You can't just stop. You can't just do that. The reason why I love Blame so much is because it's not your traditional sci-fi. It doesn't have all the spaceship flying into space. Pew, 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 ba, ba, ba. All that Hollywood sci-fi bullshit. It has this raw take of a dystopian future, and it doesn't just try and tell a story. It even brings in philosophical thoughts. And I always saw that as a merge of reality, internet, and religion, sort of into one idea. That in the future, in Blame, you have the net sphere, which is basically like a reincarnation of the internet in a futuristic set. And it sort of blends the idea of religion and internet in a really funny and weird way. What if we created our own heaven, you know? And because all the bad guys try to sneak into the net sphere, and that's sort of their goal. And the rest of the people outside of the net sphere tries to connect to it as well, but they long lost access to it. So it's almost like we turned ourselves, the planet, our own planet, into hell, and we made our own heaven, which is the net sphere, the internet, connecting to the internet. I don't know. That's just how I interpreted it, and I'm sure most people probably wouldn't even be like, what the fuck are you saying? But that's what I really like about Blam. It's that it's open for interpretation, and it's fun to do that. Read the manga, it's really great, and I'll stop talking about Blam now. Thank you for listening to my angry anime rant, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Really appreciate it. Remember to subscribe, and Squad Fam out.